In this video, we're going to do a head shave using Moon Soap's Amaretto. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. And if it's your first time here, welcome aboard. Today, as mentioned before, we're going to get rid of this hair. Today with Moon Soap's Amaretto, which is a beautiful smelling soap. It just smells great. It smells to me like that almond marzipan, sort of that classic Italian vibe in terms of shaving soap. We're going to use the usual suspect, the leaf, to take this down. This is about, 3 days growth, and as you can see, that's all white. It's driving me nuts, and so I can't wait to get it off, because I went camping and didn't really do a head shave. I did a couple of face shaves, but not a head shave. I'm ready for a face shave too, which I'll do following this video. But I wanted to get this hair off because it's irritating me. Here we go, using the PAA pre-shave cube. And we'll talk a little bit about the Moon soap. This soap is very fragrant. It's about a 7.5. I would say really nice scent that I enjoy. This was sent to me as a sample by Marion the Barbarian. And I'll link his channel below. Great guy. Again, there is the label of this particular soap by Moon Soaps, which I think is fantastic. Their labels really appeal to me. I like them a lot. And in fact, I just like the company and the way they do things generally. Here we go with our mister. And we're going to start rolling here with our Ariane and Evans brush. And I'm using that because I'm going to use the Ariane and Evans soap for the face shave. But I wanted to use the sample for the head shave. Again, thank you, Marion. I'm shooting this on Monday, but I probably won't air it until about maybe Wednesday evening or Thursday, because I have some other videos to upload from the camping trip and all of that. And so you'll see this a little bit later in the week. But man, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this head shave, because this hair is really irritating me. I just don't like it. Again, I mentioned in a video maybe last week where Chris Maiden mentioned, in his video, he said he kind of wished he still had hair. I don't at all. I don't miss it whatsoever. I enjoy shaving my head, and I enjoy being rid of the hair. And so for me, I don't miss the hair at all, not even a little bit. And it also gives me another opportunity to use these wonderful products like this Moon soap. By the way, this Moon soap's Amaretto is $20 for 6 ounces, which is $3.33 per ounce on our cost chart there. That is quite a good price, more than reasonable, especially for 6 ounces of soap. As I've been saying before, I just really like Moon soaps. And I first really heard about them from David Gonzalez, So Sharp David. Let's shave that neck area there a little bit. And he mentioned that he was going to try them, and then he tried them and liked them. And that's where I first heard. I realized that other people have used them before, but it's where I heard about them first. And I went over and looked at their labels, and I was like, yeah, they got a super nice retro vibe. The scent, the way it's described, I'll put it up there for you. Really nice scent, in my opinion. Smells great, very fragrant. Some nice ingredients in the soap as well. Shave that neck area a little bit. Astra SP is the blade here, by the way, that we're using today to take down this growth. And man, I'm glad to be getting rid of this. I'm glad to also be back with you. I had a great time camping, but it certainly wears you out, because everything, you have to sort of struggle for everything. And so I'm certainly happy to be shaving again in the home den here, not being eaten alive by insects and so on and so forth. The only thing about the leaf is it's kind of tough to get this area around the ear. And so I look forward to the new release of the twig whenever that happens. Again, I plan on speaking with the leaf folks. It didn't happen last week. We just weren't able to connect. But I will be doing that. And there is a leaf giveaway. You'll have to go find the video because I've already mentioned it a few times. Very nice. Getting this last time I face shaved was Thursday, early in the AM. Last time I did a head shave, I should say. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So almost, not quite, around 4 days growth, let's call it, today. And the leaf is easily taking it down with no problems as far as I can tell. And I'm going to feel a lot better when I get this hair off my head. It feels like fuzz, and it doesn't grow at all like in this area, and it goes back in there, the bald spot, and then there's a big bald round spot in the back, and that's why I started shaving the head to begin with, because these spots were starting to converge with that bald spot in the back. And I said, you know what, it's time to let it go. At a certain point, I think you're just better off to make the decision. This is just my perspective. Better to make the decision to let it go than, trying to do a comb over or having, bald spots all over your head. But, it's always important for you all to do whatever you're comfortable with. But I just didn't want to walk around with the friar tuck or whatever, looking like a monk or something with a big bald spot on the top of my head, and the two bald spots beginning to meet just was not appealing to me. And so I decided to be done with it. What is it now? 2-3 years ago? I can't remember. It's 2 years or 3 years. I'm losing track. I think 3 years. But in my case, I'm quite happy with it. Now, this soap is a really good performer. I didn't mention it, but they render their own tallow in-house, which is pretty cool. And the husband, I believe, is a butcher. And on some of their labels, it says, from the butcher to the barber, which is kind of cool. It's a good soap, and I like the way that Moon Soaps have conducted themselves in the social media. Just being supportive, being nice. And, when you use their products, they genuinely seem to be appreciative. And so, as of late, that has been on my mind, because, we have some artisans that don't seem appreciative at all, really. If you think about it, some of the way, some of their actions. And so I'm not going to rule out buying from any artisan, but I'm definitely going to try to support the ones who seem to genuinely appreciate it more, because whenever you run a business or do anything where you're depending on other people, like I appreciate you people watching, I want you to always feel appreciated. That doesn't mean I'll do everything you want or all the time, nor should it mean that vendors have to do everything the users want all the time. But, I think you should take it into consideration, and I try to. And so, moving forward, I'm going to try to support these companies like Moon, who seem to be genuinely appreciative of the business. And it makes me happy to do business with people like that. Again, I'm not going to make another, banned list, but I'm going to steer more of my funds towards the businesses that seem to be appreciative and do things in a way in terms of the community that I like. And that is not to say that's not to say at all that I won't buy from, I'm not going to put artisans on a list, do not buy list, as I've done in the past. But I will try to steer more to the ones I think are doing a good job, that fit me. But that said, there are some artisans that, people get wound up about, and they won't buy from them, and I still will. If I want a particular soap, and I just want to use it on the basis of the soap itself, then I'm going to do that. but I really want to sort of redouble my efforts to give my business to folks who appreciate it and have earned it, in my view. And you may feel differently, like who has earned your business, you know. And every single person who uses these products should really decide on their own what fits them, who does business in a way that you appreciate, and then go for it. And if you think, you know, their contribution to the community, positive or negative, counts, then you can certainly take that into consideration. And I don't blame you for it. All right. Boy, it's feeling good to get this hair off my head. Woo! Fuzz. It's like peach fuzz. Thin, white. And it just feels great getting that taken down. A nice head shave again with the leaf. The soap is really nice, and I'm going to purchase this one. Again, this was a sample sent by Mary, and I like to use samples in the head shave. Just gives me a good chance to use the samples and try them out and try to enjoy them. And, you know, then I decide whether or not I'm going to buy the full version. I wish more artisans offered samples. I know it's sort of a double-edged sword. If you sell samples and people buy them and they don't like it, they're not going to buy the full product. On the other hand, if you sell samples and people really enjoy it, they're likely to buy the full product. So it is a double-edged sword, but I think from a customer service perspective, it's fantastic, and I wish more artisans would do it. It would personally make me happy, you know. That way we don't have to take as many flyers, which I'm a big fan of, not having to take flyers when not necessary. Okay, that was a great head shave. Let me rinse. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and then we come with our Lancaster towel. That was a really nice shave with we'll show you again, the Amaretto from Moon Soaps, a company that I will certainly be buying more products from, and I will buy this one because I really enjoyed the scent. Really good quality, really nothing to complain about. I don't know if I got into the ingredients, but it does have the house rendered tallow and the shea butter, which that is an ingredient that I really like. We're gonna hit the dome here with our Thayer's Magic, because it's made by witches. And I am so glad to have that fuzz gone. Again, I don't miss the hair at all, not even a little. I feel so much better with it being off. The leaf hit the spot once again with the Astra SP blades, and I'm going to take a shower shortly, so I'm not going to actually use aftershave. But when I do, after the face shave, we're going to use the Ariana and Evans, the Undersea, I think it's called. Smells great, so we'll give that a whirl. And of course, we use the Ariana and Evans brush. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Thanks to Marion the Barbarian for the sample. I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, as always, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.